Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are with Darren Dreamer and Dirk, his son. So I don't think they really need any introduction. We know that he's one of the premates that have the story that his wife passed away, and he also has a thing for Cassandra. So I'm just quickly setting them up so we can start playing with them. I'm going to give Darren a secondary family aspiration. I feel like that suits him. He does value what he's lost. And then looking at Dirk's personality, whose primary fortune, I think he's fortune because he doesn't want to struggle one day. He wants to be able to pay the bills without a problem. And he's also ambitious and wants a good job. So that does suit him, and I'm going to give him a secondary knowledge because I feel like looking at the type of person he is, he's ambitious, he wants a good job, he wants to have knowledge of how to do things on his own without having to ask for help. I'm just quickly replacing the mirrors. I have some default replacements and this type of mirror doesn't work above a basin, so I'm just quickly changing that. Alright, so I think we can get them started. Let's see if he can pay some bills with the money they have. After the mirrors I sold, they might actually be able to. Let's check. Also, Mr. Humble's computer is going to help because I intend on selling this. So, let's see. Alright. There we go. That should help them with paying the bills. I'm also selling the original computer because I would like a Monique's hacked version, which has more functions. So they're scoring a bit there as well because that's a cheaper computer than what I had. And I'm just placing one of my hacked objects, the SIM manipulator over here, because it's very handy, and also the bat box. I need those in my game. So just placing all those around so that it's easy for me to change what I need to. And I'll also place them my ACR adjuster and quickly set them up for their preferences. Right, there we go. So they're set up with the basics. Put it somewhere so it looks a bit more natural. to have a pot plant. And he can give his dad a nice old hug before he goes to school. There we go. Alright, so Darren has the wish to flirt with Cassandra. I'm going to let him make a phone call. They really have the maximum chemistry in this playthrough. So, even though I was thinking originally that Cassandra could end up with Caspian, because they had max chemistry, she could also end up with Darren. It really doesn't matter, either or. So I might give Darren a chance, just simply because it's quite a while before I get to play Caspian. And I think Darren wouldn't make the same mistake twice. This time he would speak up. You know, he was quiet last time and let her marry the wrong man. And this time I think he just wouldn't stand back. But yeah, unfortunately, for him, she is actually also pregnant with Don's child. So he is now going to be a stepfather to the child of a man that he really loves. But you know, Darren is a loving person, and I think he would step up to it and not see a problem with helping her raise this baby. He would look at the baby as if it's just Cassandra's child. So they're having a little chuckle, and now he reaches out to her and he makes his feelings known for the first time. And well, she's surprised but also very happy, because he's always been a very good friend to her and she does find him very attractive. And she tells him that she's always cared for him, always loved him, but didn't know that he felt the same. So he's going to ask her to marry him. Just take a little snapshot. And she's over the moon. She's really, really happy about the idea of marrying him. You can see that it fulfilled her want as well, so she obviously wanted to get engaged to him. Now he's going to say goodbye to her, because my intent is to keep her mansion that she wanted. There's no way she would move to Darren's kind of middle class home if she has a beautiful home of her own that they can share with all the luxury. So we're going to play Darren and Dirk in the rest of this round, which is just until Wednesday morning, in their own home, and then the next round I will let them get married and they will move over to Cassandra's house. Now I'm going to give Darren the career in the artist career track because I feel like that suits him. He wants to be an artist and he's going to go for that direction, but he's also going to earn money through that. So it's not just paintings that he sells that will bring him money. It's also other things he will do in the art career track. I'll just let him greet some townies. Right, Darren will have some lunch. And we can just check the work-wise, skill-wise. He has a lot of creativity skills. He doesn't have much else. We can probably work on at least a meager cooking skill for him, so he doesn't burn down houses. And we'll let him keep the leftovers for his son when he returns from school. And he's going to watch a little bit of TV. Let's change it to the yummy channel so at least he gains a skill. Okay, we have some visitors over. So we'll just greet everyone. It's a mix of Pleasant View and Fairplay Town. Oh, it looks like Brandy was just passing by. Okay. So which is a pity because she could have interacted with Brandon, which is her male version, if she'd stayed. And he'll talk to Bella a little bit because Bella is going to be his mother-in-law, and he heard that she's back. And Cassandra is, of course, very excited about that. So he would interact with her more than Nina and Brandon. She's talking about, well, it can be one of two things. We know that she's actually expecting a baby after she reunited with her husband, Mortimer. But she's more than likely speaking about Cassandra's child. And that would be her grandchild then. Right, Dirk is back. So he has the wish to kiss Lilith. I think he would invite her over. So we will do that for him. He's in a pretty alright mood. She agrees to come over. Aww, there's a nice little kitty. I want to try and bring in pets. For some of the households at least. I know it's kind of easy to forget that the pets exist and just play without them, but I like the addition of pets to a family, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to give them this cat. It's a nice looking cat, and yeah, why wouldn't I have a cat? I also think Cassandra would like a cat. Oh, it's Cat has a very interesting personality. bit of a doofus, so it's gonna be really slow to teach anything, but alright. I mean, not all pets are the same. We'll say that they saw this pet, this little cat, as a stray, and they took in the cat and gave it a loving home. I mean, why not? We don't need that plant there because it's a copy of the Sun Blender, so we'll add a few more things for the cat in. Okay, there we go. Looking back, I do realize that I forgot to buy a litter box, but don't worry, I fix that later on. Okay, so Lilith is here, and he'll greet her as soon as he fills the cat's food dish. We just have to kind of keep an eye on the cat so it doesn't destroy anything. Like the homework. Oh no. Please go and scold the cat. That is not good. Can you imagine that excuse? I'm sorry, I didn't do my homework. The cat ate it. No one will believe you, but it will actually be the truth. Oh, she did not. What, he wanted to flirt, and she's pushing him away. Lilith is what? Not into Dirk suddenly? That's a bit of a. Maybe she's just going through a tough time at home, and she's not in the mood. But that was a bit of an awkward. I didn't see that one coming. Is the relationship not very high, or? I mean, you usually start off with them having a okay relationship. They're going steady. I mean, I don't quite know. Oh, she doesn't even have a crush on him anymore. Okay. uh, shall we try something a bit lower on the... Okay, he's trying to kind of smooth it over, but that, to me, isn't a very good sign. Okay, now they fell in love. Well, alright. Maybe it's just kind of a lover's quarrel, and she just needed a bit of... I don't know. Understanding. Okay, now she seems to be alright. Alright. We'll smooth it over. Okay, so this is actually the female version from Fair Play of Darren himself. We'll just let him greet her. I like to see how they get along with kind of someone that's sort of like almost a copy of themselves. I don't think it will change. Even if he had max chemistry, it wouldn't change anything for me because he's engaged to Cassandra, and I think I'll just go that route. I'm pretty sure they will be very happy together. Yeah, he does actually have max chemistry with his female version, which, okay, that would have been a second option for him. Alright, so there's quite a bit of people here now, but he needs to get cracking on his homework, so I'm just going to let him say goodbye to everyone. And then he can ask his dad for homework help, because I don't think he has the memory of his dad helping him. I'm not sure that he does. So, of course, Nina will literally walk over his homework. Probably doesn't expect it to land the floor. Okay, what's the cat doing? The cat's actually eating, which is nice. So we won't interrupt them to praise the cat now. Do that another time. Okay, so except for trying to eat the homework, the cat generally seems like a well enough mannered cat. Alright, so he's done with his homework. He can go and praise the cat for using his own pet bed. And we'll take care of Darren's needs for a bit while Dirk does this. He can also start making them dinner. Yeah, get to know the cats a little bit. Okay, so father and son having dinner together. That's very nice. The cat is sitting on the bed, but we'll ignore it for now. Okay, so I think I mentioned this before. I do have a mod that allows me to control beds slightly. And it's very handy to have. So I highly recommend that. It just takes some of the frustration out of the pets because sometimes you need to direct them somewhere. So I really highly recommend that mod. He can play a little bit of computer games. His dad can come and praise the cat. Oh, there isn't that option. Never mind. We'll send his dad to go to sleep. And I think the cat can go to sleep too. This is, of course, where I realized that I never gave the cat a litter box. But it's okay, the cat hasn't needed it yet, so fine. Okay, so Dirk can also take a shower and he can go to bed. It's 9:30 in the evening, so I think it's alright time for him to go to sleep. Alright, when Darren wakes up, I'm going to let him paint a bit because I mean it's a hobby that he's enjoying, so that would make sense. And we'll let I see that Dirk has some charisma skills already. We'll let him work on that a little bit. I think he's the type that would be able to do debating club, good speeches if he needs to do presentations at school. I think he would enjoy stuff like that, and he would be very serious about doing those things well. So we can work on his charisma skill. Right, we do need to praise the cat for... Oh. I want to praise the cat for using the litter box, not really staying off some beds. That's not... There we go. That's a very important skill for the pet to have, so... Okay, there we go. The cat didn't really finish using it, so... And we can just praise the cat again. Why not get two for the price of one? There we go. Okay. So we want the cat to be well-mannered by the time we move in with Cassandra, so that she's not irritated by our cat. Okay, we'll let the cat eat a bit. And we can, of course, praise the cat for eating pet food. I hate it when it cancels out, just because the other sim or animal took a bit longer. Alright. He noticed that it's hailing outside. The cat just bounced. Okay. Play with your toy, kitty. And he can go paint a little bit more. You know what? We should first call some services, because otherwise the garden and the house will be really messy, especially now that he works. There's not really time for him to fix it. Everything. So I think we should sort that out. Okay, he can go get them some breakfast. Okay, let's just praise the cat for not destroying the furniture. That's also kind of important. Oh? Oh, because the cat already started doing something else. Okay. Alright, let's just give the cat some love too, because if it's only negative interactions, then the relationship takes a bit of a knock, so. Okay, so he wants a job, so I'm going to let him have one because he wants to earn money. I guess he wants to, the story is actually he wants to kind of help out at home. Now, once they move in with Cassandra, money will really not be a problem, but some teens also want to just have a job so that they can kind of use their own money and not have to ask their parent for money all the time. No, I don't think he would go into the criminal career. So, I'm going to just view it like that. Okay, he can help out at the nursing home. He seems like a caring person, so we'll say he's just doing it to do something back for other people, and of course, he would like to earn a bit of his own money. And we can let him study for a cleaning skill point because it seems that that's what he needs, and he wants that as well. Alright, we can again praise the cat for eating his pet food, just so that he doesn't want the carpool for Darren's going to come pretty soon, so I think his fun kind of needs attention. Maybe we can just let him quickly play a game. Get his fun up a bit. Okay, Dirk got his cleaning skill, which is great. He would like to reach level 2 in that, so we might just continue to let him study cleaning. Okay, he has to go to work. That's enjoying some time on the porch. Alright, I imagine that he's calling up to Dirk saying, remember to lock the doors when you go to school. Have a good day. And Dirk is saying, yes, Dad, I know. Cat is literally trying out every bed and every chair possible in this house. Okay, well, Dirk is actually still in a pretty good mood. And he's got 2 cleaning skills, so that's nice. We'll let him freshen up just a little before school. And maybe he can chat on the computer, but I'm not sure how many people he'll be able to chat with before having to leave. I doubt he'll have time to greet her as well. That's actually his female version. She's online. Not sure if he got to meet her. Can he quickly meet her still? Or yeah, good. Okay, so he's off to school. I just have to change her name. She's actually called Dee Dee Draper, so we'll fix her name when we have to play her in Fair Play. Alright, so it's just the cat at home. I'll direct the cat as much as I can, do things that make sense. Okay, now the cat's tired, so this will go fast because we can just speed through this. The bills have also arrived. Dirk's carpool will arrive in an hour and he just returned back from school. We'll let him take a quick little nap. There really isn't much time before he has to leave. Oh, there, he has to go. So, okay. We got it up a little bit though. Okay, his dad just returned. He's been promoted. Let him use the bathroom and make a phone call. And we'll also let him pay the bills. Okay, this is another person from Fair Play with the wrong name. It's actually supposed to be Jennifer Burb's like male version. What do you want, kitty? Okay, so he phones Cassandra to hear how her day is, have a little chat, to tell her about what he's been up to at work. After that, we'll let him pay attention to the cats. We'll let him pay the bills. Okay, so they've had a nice chat. And he's kind of tired. So after being done with the kitty and the bulls, he can go take a nap. A little cat nap. Okay, the cat can go play with his toy a bit while Darren takes care of the bulls. And yeah, the cat can eat. And Darren is relaxing. What is happening here? So this is Angela's male version, Angel. But Angel isn't much of an angel because he just stole our newspaper. What a nice child. Randomly passing by a strange neighborhood and stealing people's paper. Alright. So I see the cat is in need of a bit of social, not desperately, but yeah. I think the cat's kind of lonely. It probably would benefit from having a friend. Alright, Dirk has had a promotion, which is nice. Add him some more want logs. I think he should get to his homework immediately. I think he would as well. Kind of make sure that he's done with it so that he can relax the rest of the evening. Alright. done. Now we can let him freshen up quickly. Let's make a phone call first. I'm going to let him befriend Dee Dee, because I kind of want to see. He only has one bolt with Lilith, which tells me that this is a nice teen romance that they have, but this might not be the person that he marries, you know? So, I've had it happen in the past that when I send them off to university, they drift apart automatically, and sometimes they end up together, but more than often they don't. So we'll see in this playthrough what actually happens. But yeah, I get the sense, especially with how she responded to him, that the relationship is kind of a teen relationship that's, you know, a temporary thing that's not really gonna matter. Okay, pull the cat ball a bit. He wants to befriend Bella, which would make sense for me because obviously Cassandra's very close to her mom, so he would want to get along with his mother-in-law and his father-in-law, of course. Alright, so when he's done showering, I'll let him pay some attention to the cat to get the cat social up a bit. Okay, he actually needs some mechanical skills, but he's really tired, so I'm going to just take a look at his needs first. But we'll keep that in mind. If he has a chance, then we can let him skill a little bit as well. Oh, shame. The cat actually wants more attention, even though he just got a lot. Okay, so Darren, thing. Okay, Darren actually has all the skills he needs, but he wants another mechanical skill, which I think he could have, and it probably will help him in the future career-wise, so we'll let him have that. We'll send him to the bathroom. He can have a bit of a midnight snack. Some juice. We'll say he's thirsty. Okay, so I'm actually going to send him somewhere quickly. I'm thinking of sending him to one of those stores that's open for 24 hours. He's just gonna go on his own quickly. Okay, the cat can use the litter box. Just to see which one it is. There. So he's going to just go to the convenience store and pick up a few things because he knows he has to work the next day, and there will not be time for him to go to the store. And he is awake, he can't really sleep, so he's quickly going to stop by. Alright, so there we go. What in the world is Lilith doing out at 3 in the morning? Her parents will flip if they know that. Okay, so he just gets a few things because it's just so that he can prepare dinner and lunch, things like that the next day. We can let him greet a few people. So Kia Swan is from Somerville, and there's another townie as well that wants to greet him. He can just be polite, and as he passes by, greet these people. So I always check kind of how they perceive each other. And I like to, especially in an Uberhood, have people from different neighborhoods meet each other, because I feel like in my imagination you have Sim City, which would be the downtown or the city center, and then you have different neighborhoods kind of surrounding it, which is suburban, where people live, and some people work in their suburban neighborhoods, and some people actually work in the city itself. They commute there. So I feel like they would interact with each other, they would know each other, even though they live in different neighborhoods. It's still suburban neighborhoods around the same city. Alright, he's just gonna go back home because it's already past 4. We'll let him greet. This is a townie as far as I know. I think he's also from Somerville, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Interesting face. Yeah, he's definitely a... Oh, Carl Inada. Well, then he might be the male version of... Wasn't there an Inada... There was an Inada townie that comes with the game originally, so maybe he's the male version. I'm not sure. Then he could be from Fairplay. Anyhow, he has an interesting facial shape. Alright, here's the cab, so we're gonna go home. Phyllis Brinkley with his mohawk is walking around at 4:44 in the morning. But it kind of does make sense that someone like that would be out. Lilith, not so much. Okay, so Darren is gonna take a little while to get back. The cat can relax a bit. Dirk is up 3 in the morning. He can't sleep either, seems like. I guess we all have times like that we're just awake and can't sleep. Okay, so tinkering is actually Dirk's hobby. Interesting. Shame the cat really wants attention. Yeah, give the cat a hug, why not? Your cat is a very loving cat. Wants attention. So. Hug the kitty. Oh, this is nice. I can take a little snapshot of that. I think that's really cute. Let's do that. Alright, he can have a little snack. He's in a pretty good mood. So, alright, Dad's back with his groceries. There we go. He could do with a shower though. And he can praise the cat for eating his pet food. Where's the cat? There we go. Good kitty. Oh, we fulfilled that, so well done. The cat doesn't need to be praised eating wise anymore. He's learned that, so sorted. And I think Darren could take a little bit of a nap just before he has to go as well. The cat toy has been eaten up, so we need to replace it. There we go. We'll send the cat to scratch just so that cat has something to do. So now we've reached Wednesday morning. This is the point up to which I play. And I'm going to just quickly add the traits in for these Sims. I do take into account their one true hobby. I look at their personality. I also look at their skills that they already have. I've changed Darren's because I know it's just randomized by the game, but it has to line up with his bio. He is into arts and crafts, so I'm going to make that his talent. And I'm going to say that he also has a good eye for art. And that he likes animals. It's clear from how he treats the cat. And he is a family-oriented, kind, nice Sim. So I'm going to let that be reflected in his traits. Need two more. So let's see. Hopeless romantic, that would be he was pursuing Cassandra, he's sad he lost his wife, and he's a nurturing Sim. So we're going to give him those traits. I think it really suits him well. There we go, so that would be his traits. Then color-wise, I'm leaning towards blue for him because I see his room is blue, he wears blue. And let's just say he's not fond of, well, I guess we could say purple. That could kind of be random. Alright. Let's take a look at Dirk. But before that, I will also just give a cell phone at least. I think most people have cell phones these days. Alright, so let's look at his personality. Alright, we can say that he also likes blue, like his dad. And he can dislike grey. And grey is kind of dull. Alright, and then personality trait-wise, he is definitely ambitious. He also likes animals. He seems like a good guy, so I'm going to go with that. He's good, he's nice. He's very clever. We can say that he has a good sense of humor. And of course we have to keep tinkering, since that is his one true hobby, and I like that for him. We'll give him a boost there. Oh, we can say he's a heavy sleeper. Okay, that's kind of a random one, but that's fine. So let's just see if I did choose 8. I like giving my Sims a lot of traits because I feel like your personality can be multifaceted. It's not just going to be 3 traits that you have. I feel like people generally should have at least a few. So there we go. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. It wasn't the most eventful, but we did kind of make a decision to pursue Cassandra, and then at the same time, job-wise and bill-wise, it's clear that Darren isn't just marrying Cassandra for her money, because he's able to make it on his own, which I like. I don't really want it to seem like he really needs to pay the bills, so it's very handy for him to marry Cassandra. I feel like that would be really bad. So yeah, there we go. They should be getting married next round, and they will move to her home. So I hope you guys were enjoying a nice time simming, and yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you usually do with Darren and Dirk? Does Dirk usually end up with Lilith in your game, or do you prefer to take a different route? Happy simming, be blessed, and see you guys soon. Bye.